You're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. Share the show out, you wonderful, amazing people. Welcome. If you're just joining us, this is Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide, the greatest live stream on the internet, bar none. I'm Hal Sparks, who's busy Hal Sparksing right now. And if you don't like Hal Sparks, this is the perfect place to come and dislike Hal Sparks. I mean, where can you do it up close and personal? Just saying. All right. Now, the 5 had a reaction. Or as I like to call it when Gutfeld's on, the 4.5. Because I'm going by wits, not height. Actually, it's more. That'd be more like 2.5, but whatever. Yeah, here we go. This is the 5 reacts to the first Trump-Harris debate, which is clearly going to be unanimously. He won. She obfuscated. It was 3-on-1, and her sorority sister fucked up everything. That's probably where we're going to go. Let's see. Hit that like, share the show, etc., etc., etc.
And I'm Dana Perino, along with Judge Jeanine Pirro, Harold Ford Jr., Jesse Waters, and Greg Gutfeld. It's 5 o'clock in New York City, and this is the 5.
Oh, I always thought it was because of the number of people. So it's just on at 5. The 5 on at 5. Is that where we went? Shit. It's even lamer than I thought. Yeah, 5-point star. Yeah, pentagram. I get it. Witchcraft, evil, sure. Satan. Yeah, gotcha. I'm with you.
Well, apparently, Greg, it was a showdown for the ages. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris squaring off for their first debate. The night starting.
By the way, her walking over and shaking his hand has been, it had more of an impact than even I thought it would with people, because they're like, yeah, she just walked right into his fucking space. They didn't usually walk right to the middle. He wasn't going to do it. So she walked right into his fucking space. Answering the question, what happens if you're confronted with somebody like Vladimir Putin? I'll treat him like the broken little boy he is, too.
Out with a handshake and quickly turned into haymakers.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. She's
Run, spot, run is 3 words, not... Never mind.
Going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat.
During the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
Donald Trump was...
You didn't notice how they cut off the... Don't lie.
...fired by 81 million people. What you think is a friendship with what is known to be a dictator who would eat you for lunch.
Quiet, please. She's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. I realize that.
All right, but the big controversy of the night.
Listen how Jesse's already fucking talking. They're playing the little clip parts. Listen to Jesse Waters. I'm fairly certain that's who that is. Just already fucking mad. So good.
She's been there for 3.5 years. I realize that.
All right, but the big...
Did you hear that? I agree with that.
Big controversy of the night wasn't the candidates. ABC moderators David Muir and Lindsay Davis getting called out after aggressively fact-checking Trump 5 times, but 0 times for Harris.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
President Trump.
Right. Yeah, that, again, if you're going to call them out for fact-checking him, I wouldn't have started with the one that is most egregiously obvious.
As you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country. I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm, lost by a whisker. The question was about you as president.
By the way, he wasn't being sarcastic, lost by a whisker. He wasn't. That's why he pushed back. That wasn't even a fact check. That was just him stating his opinion. And if you have a low opinion of David Muir, then you'd keep it. And you'd go, I don't give a fuck what you think. But then if he says, I didn't detect any of that, it seemed like you were being earnest. That's why we asked the question. Seems to be why the pushback. But again, not even a fact check. That wasn't a fact check. That doesn't qualify. So already full of shit.
Not about former Speaker Pelosi, but
And here are the questionable Harris statements that they let go.
The detailed and dangerous plan called Project 2025 that the former president intends on implementing.
Yeah, that's not a lie. That's just because he's backing away from it. I mean, Can I take you back in the Wayback Machine to Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices who all said to the person that Roe v. Wade was settled law? Fact check, true, right? It's the same thing about, like, everybody's a fucking, all these guys, all these fucking school and office shooters are all lawful gun owners until they ain't. I support lawful gun owners. Oh, so you support crooks taking a shot at the president? No. Up until the point he took the shot, he was a lawful gun owner. The minute the bullet left the chamber, he pulled the trigger and he made an act to kill somebody else or engaged in the subterfuge to get to the point where he could do that, then he's no longer, then that's a crime. So
The president then, at the time, say there were fine people on each side. Donald Trump, the candidate, has...
He did. By the way, this is the weird part, too. They push on the Charlottesville thing. They really do grind on this stuff. And to them, to those that are still grinding on this, I would say, fuck you. You're a weakling. That said, he did say there were very fine people on both sides. Doesn't argue that. The idea is that he mitigated some of it, making up that some of those people that he was talking about weren't the ones with the tiki torches, but the ones who, just want a statue of Robert E. Lee for history's sake or whatever. Yeah. That's not the defense he thinks it is. And it's not a walk back saying that there's just some people who are very fine people who want a monument to a man who fought for slavery on American soil, specifically during the existence of America. I'm not a big fan of these people who are like, fuck Columbus and take down the Columbus statues or any of that shit, applying modern rules on some of those folks. But this is very distinct. This is American soil. This is America. This is the United States of America. And the Confederacy sought to end that. They were an insurgency. Having fucking statues to an insurgency on your own soil, like giving them as a tip of the hat, is fucking nuts. It's a terrible standard. At this point, why don't you just have the 9/11 hijackers while you're at it? They wanted to end the United States too. Why don't you just have Why don't you just have 3 of the 9/11 hijackers? Just add them to the Robert E. Lee statue. We didn't agree on a lot. I mean, we both like slavery, but we do share one thing in common. Fuck off.
Said in this election there will be a bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking.
Meanwhile, the Harris campaign wants a second debate. Donald Trump says he's mulling it over.
Well, when you don't win, it's like a fighter. When a fighter has a bad fight, gets knocked out, or loses the fight, the first thing he says is, we want a rematch. So we won the debate according to every poll, every single poll. I think that, are we going to do a rematch? I just don't know.
Yeah, there's also... When you're in a prize fight, let's follow through on this analogy. When you're in a prize fight or a fight of any sort with someone, and then you lose, and then you talk shit about the other person and say, I lost because of the referee. I would have won, but they were, they did something illegal and they weren't called on it. It was all, slanted against me. I would have won. And I should have won, and in fact, we did win, right? If you say that, then the other prize fighter in every situation would go, let's do it again, motherfucker. I can kick your ass again. Sure, let's do it someplace else. You don't like the ref? We'll get another set of refs. Let's do this again, dum-dum. Right? That seems simple enough.
Think about it.
Greg, there's been big electoral shifts. I mean, seismic things happening in this campaign. Joe Biden's debate, Trump's the assassination attempt on his life, Joe Biden dropping out, and the race basically remains
J.D. Vance fucking a couch.
Tied, and it probably will be after this debate as well. But what did you think about last night?
Well, I don't know who won, but I know who lost. It was the American people.
Jesus Christ. Is there a drawer at Fox with lines like this in it, and you're like, fuck, I don't have anything to say? Go look in the hack newsreel phrase drawer. There's something in there. I don't know who won, but you know who lost? The American people. That's good. Put that in there. Jesus Christ. Why don't you just crack open some fucking fortune cookies with debate written on them?
You know, you could say if you complain about the refs, you're losing. Well, if the refs are corrupt, you got to complain because everybody lost.
Also, like, if they're not corrupt, then you're just a whingy bitch. How does it? Again, this is we're talking about eye of the beholder stuff. So we're watching their eye of the beholder. This is unfiltered Greg, sort of.
I actually got dumber watching it. I felt like my
That's not possible.
brain was being waterboarded by
What? All right. What brain?
the sheer nonsense of these idiot moderators. But we were so sidetracked by the mechanics of the debate.
Greg, back up. Start again. You wrote 4 things down. The first thing is just a hack line you picked up. Slow down. Chew your food.
Muted mics that we forgot about them. I honestly don't know how anyone can decide who won the debate. That's like trying to guess the price of a painting that you suspect is a forgery. You can't objectively decide a winner in a sham.
I think the price would be whatever you're willing to pay for it.
Competition. This is truly the first DEI debate where
Oh, fuck you, dude.
one candidate was subjected to a high standard and the other was held to no standards at all.
Well, they didn't have to hold her to the standard. She held herself to the standard. See how that works? Trump only got held to the standard because he refused to do it himself. Anyways, so you were saying something about they're eating the dogs.
remove the essence of fairness to achieve an outcome
The essence of fairness.
that could not be scored. You cannot score that. That is why you can't say who won or who lost.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. I mean, here's how you know who won and who lost. The job both of these people are going for is president of the United States. It is a high-pressure job that requires emotional and psychological resiliency. And she was able to trigger this dumb motherfucker 7 times to Sunday with the easiest pokes, stuff about crowd size, stuff about Putin, stuff about Project 2025. All she had to do was lay these things out, and he took the fucking bait every time, which is disqualifying. That's how you know he lost, because you shouldn't let somebody that's that easily triggered near the nuclear triggers.
A liberal should be ashamed that your
And I'm not. Oh, he's going to tell me why. Okay.
candidate needed the odds to be stalked so heavily in their favor.
Okay, stacked in their favor, not stocked, and she didn't, and they weren't. The odds would be with the person who's done this 7 times or 6 times, and this was their 7th, right? If you've never done a debate before, they're not they're not stacked in your favor. You're ice skating uphill from the very beginning.
You know, for many Americans, Harris and
He's very mad, though. I gotta say, you can tell who. You know, he might say he doesn't know who won, but you can tell from his face he knows who won. You notice that? You think he'd be, if it was clear that Trump won or he put her away? Also, what? Who gives a shit if he's got the best words and he's the best communicator of the best political movement ever? Who gives a shit if it's 3 against 1? Just stomp them all and move on. It was like, how many Republicans were on the fucking stage against him during the primaries? Didn't he walk all over them? Now he can't beat 2 chicks and a news dude.
entered as a mystery and exited as a mystery.
Yes, that's what I like about her. She's mysterious.
And that was the goal, to keep her under wraps. So anyone who attributes that to Kamala's skill is an idiot.
Also, you made up that standard and that plan and then asked whether we believe it or not based on your assertion that it even exists, you strange little boy. That's not a thing. She didn't enter mysterious and exit mysteriously. She told how she grew up, what her family life was like, what got her into Law and Order, how she became a DA, why she chose to do that. And she was an AG. Now she's vice president. We've known her for a long time. She's not a fucking mystery. She explained why some of her positions changed because ethically she maintained her beliefs, but the circumstances changed over time, right? It's pretty easy. Meanwhile, they're eating the dogs.
Congratulating Kamala for the debate is stolen valor.
From who? Poor Trump.
You should be congratulating David Muir and Lindsey Davis, who did the heavy lifting. And so calling that a debate is disinformation. That's like me going into a bar with Tyrus and inciting a brawl and then later taking credit for all the broken jaws. You know,
yeah, but let's be honest. If Greg walks in and incites a brawl, it would just be a brawl of laughter.
It's just
not with him, at him, to be clear.
By the way, you're going to say,
oh, good. He's going to get to the point finally.
Oh, how do you know that it's a sham? Kamala confidently and casually unloaded all the hoaxes. The Fine People hoax, the bloodbath, Project 2025, the abortion ban. These things have all been debunked.
No, they haven't.
Would she have done that knowing that there would be consequences? She did that knowing there would be no consequences.
Sorry. So Trump said they're eating the dogs, the cats, knowing there would be no consequences or thinking there would be no consequences? I mean, the David Muir actually had spoken to the city manager. Trump brought that shit up on his own.
No follow-ups at all. This was actually a betrayal of knowledge.
Well, no, there was a whole question. By the way, there was a section. I think Lindsey was the one who asked it, which was you were against. You said you were against fracking in 2019 in the primary season. You said you were against this, and you changed. What changed? And that triggered the ethics question. She knew it was coming because they've been talking about it. The Republicans have been talking about it. It was bound to come up. If it didn't, she didn't have to have that answer, but she had it ready in case it was brought up, and she nailed it, which is what's upsetting to Trump because he tried to fucking freeball it and lost.
Being the act of solving a problem. And we had agreed to what the problem was. Who is Kamala? The debate
we did?
Deliberately chose the opposite path.
Yeah, and instead of who is Kamala, they're like, what the fuck is that? Is that what the whole debate wasn't who is Kamala, but what the fuck is with him? Right. Which is, by the way, how the reaction to Trump now all the time.
Instead of the opportunity to gain knowledge, they chose to cover it up and betray the public.
Thank you for caring about us, Greg. Thank you, man. God, it's about time. It's about time. You know what I mean? Because thank you. I was like, what about my needs? And Greg's there to protect us all.
I went by this stupid assumption that maybe they would ask Kamala some real questions and follow-ups. I was tricked. I'm like the person who foolishly assumes.
Okay, he wrote this down. I think this is going to be an attempted joke. You can tell largely by this kind of slapdash ways trying to roll into it and where he glances at the paper to kind of be like, okay, this part will lead me to this joke. Here we go.
A partner who...
See, there it is. Okay, wait. Here, I'll let him back up. This to the first time he looks at his cheat sheet.
I was tricked. I'm like the person who foolishly assumes a partner who cheated on him would not cheat again. But the media always cheats again. And we have to remind ourselves, they have their interests before your interests.
All right, that seemed more like less of a joke, more of a confession, Greg. Right? That just... The media always cheats. Hey, you are the fucking media, dummy. You have 2 shows a day on Fox News. This is a giant fucking corporation. You know how I know you're a giant media corporation? Your business, your company had to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in damages for defaming a company, and they still exist. That's how big Fox is. They were able to pay that money. They settled for almost $800 million. That's how we know you're big media. So stop acting like you're a fucking podcaster that's screaming into the wind. Good Lord. And fucking put on a suit and tie, you asshole. I wear a t-shirt because I work from home. What the fuck is that business?
I was talking to a friend today who reminded me of the phrase of Fred Astaire, or Ginger Rogers had to do everything backwards and in heels. That's Republicans.
Yeah, exactly.
And you always...
Yeah, yes, totally. Republicans are the Ginger Rogers in this situation. I thought Trump was the master media manipulator. If you asked him, holy fuck, you asked Trump what he, in the Ginger Rogers Fred Astaire, I'm the Fred Astaire, I'm the masterful dancer, and everyone dances to my tune, right? That's what he would say.
Don't I know it?
But when you wear those heels, it is really,
and backwards.
Really amazing.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
All right.
Okay, Greg. In that statement, Ginger Rogers is not wearing her heels backwards. You fucking dum-dum.
Harold Ford Jr., do you disagree?
Yeah, I have a slightly different opinion on this. I think a couple of things. It's good to be back around the table with everybody. First off, what I saw last night was two candidates who each had to do. President Trump had to do one big thing. He had to stay disciplined on the issues, and I think he had a number of things to talk about, from border security to tariffs. I thought one of his more effective moments, because it was an uneven performance. I think it was frankly an uneven performance in skewing towards not a good performance on his part.
Skewing towards not a good performance. Would a good performance include their eating the dogs?
Vice President Harris talked about tariffs, and then he said to her, "You kept my tariffs," and he didn't come back to it. It amazed me that the lack of preparation on his part. I thought when Joe Biden on June 27th, his team, he was unorganized and unprepared. Donald Trump struck me that way, too. I was on with Harris Faulkner yesterday on Brett's show, and she said that one of the things she was going to be looking for at the very beginning of the debate was who took the high road. I thought when she shook his hand and said her name, I thought those of us who followed this closely, it was something we watched. But I think the American people like that decorum, and it was a good thing for her to do it. 3, he just missed opportunities. It's almost like if you play the...
No, he didn't. Harold Ford's a Democrat, allegedly, and in this one, the 5 should be called 4 against 1, because that's what it really is. They have one liberal allegedly on there. Jessica Tarloff's on there, and she's fantastic, but she's on maternity leave part of the time because she just had a baby not too long ago, so he fills in for her on the regular, especially when they don't want a really strong defense of Democrats or Harris. They bring on him and tell her to stay home that day. If Jesse and fucking Greg can't handle the criticism, they go, can you bring on Harold Ford? He'll be very moderate and kind of in the middle about stuff and stuff. I can't take Jessica hanging my balls out to dry. I can't do it. So anyways, that's why, and again, just edging towards not good.
Kansas City Chiefs, and you complain at the end of the game, they had Patrick Mahomes. Of course they have Patrick Mahomes. You've got to build a defense around him. And I thought that there were a lot of
the refs.
But even I tell my kids, Greg, in all seriousness, when you're complaining about the refs in a game,
you're losing.
You're not only losing,
just said that.
You're letting your team down. And
whoa, that's an even bigger dig.
If everybody believed, and Jesse and I talked about this last night, there's a belief, and I think there's some truth to it, that President Trump has to go up against the media in ways that certain candidates for president have never had to do.
Right, because they never bragged about grabbing women by the pussy or called a woman too ugly to rape or were busted getting money through multiple Deutsche Bank accounts from Russian nationals, weren't hiding classified documents in their shitter. So yeah, he's definitely got more media scrutiny than most. I mean, I guess since Nixon or maybe Reagan at the height of Iran-Contra.
Knowing that, you prepare for that. And he seemed to be just
lazy, stupid, egomaniacal, all 3.
Just skillfully unprepared. He took every bait. He took every pump fake. It was like a great basketball player would get in foul trouble first 8 minutes of the game because they committed stupid fouls. He did that a lot. And he makes the point that he doesn't want us, that if you want a second debate, that means you're losing. Look, this race is super tight. 24 years in a row, you've had super tight presidential races. I don't think anything moved. But the question is, how many new voters might have been invited to vote? And she achieved one goal. She conveyed seriousness and calmness. She didn't talk about any issues. She didn't talk about the switching of positions on issues. And hopefully at some point.
Yes, she did. She directly addressed that. She specifically addressed it. And I got to say, the smartest take on a switch on an issue, fracking in particular, but any of the other issues that they were talking about, it was actually the smartest version of that I've ever said. My ethics have not changed. And since this point, when I chose this, I've been consistent because that's what I believe now and that's what I will do. New information will change your mind. Once I got the new information, that's where I'm operating from. But she's like, my ethics have never changed, but and from this point forward, I did this. That's how she answered it. And it was a great answer. It was very smart. It was strategically very strong. So pretending she didn't address it is even a bigger lie. You can not like how she addressed it. You could think she needs to address it more, but saying she didn't is just fun. I mean, there was a whole segment on it.
The country deserves to hear it. I agree with
Trump said she's like this and she changed her mind. But he couldn't even take yes for an answer and say she changed her mind on all these things. She's taken my positions on some stuff. They didn't even remove my tariffs or whatever. But she probably will later. She's going to throw them out. And we're like, well, then you're basically telling the voters that she was telling she's going to ban fracking, that she's going to go back to it, and they shouldn't worry that she's just saying this to get elected, which just says more about you than it says about her, because that's what he does.
With you wholeheartedly on that point, Greg. The country deserves to hear why she moved on border security, how she has moved on the economy, and where she differs with President Biden. Hopefully we get a second debate for those issues.
That was a lot of sports metaphors in one answer. So I was really impressed with the pump fake. Judge, one of the biggest issue for Americans is the economy, and in some
and boxed wine
assessments, that was the issue he did best on, and that was one of the first questions. So if people only watched those first 20 minutes, maybe they walked away with that.
Yeah, she was actually asked, if I recall correctly, the first question, we better off now, than we were. And she started all this aspirational, inspirational ambitions and this and that. She didn't answer any questions.
Yeah, she did. Also, for the record, there was no opening statement in this. The candidates couldn't assume there would be one. And as the candidate whose main job was introduce yourself to the voters, primarily, she addressed her, I want an opportunity economy, which is her version of bottom up and middle out, right? Clearly, union support, all the stuff that she and Biden have been, that's why they're a ticket. They agree on a lot. She's got specific priorities she would do, but there's not going to be a giant change. That's kind of the point. And she introduced herself. She did an opening statement on the first question because she wasn't given a chance to, introduce yourself to the American people, and then we'll move on to the next question. Trump just took her bait on the first one and just started blathering.
I came away from this saying to myself, 30% of Americans don't know what Kamala Harris stands for, and they still don't know what she stands for. But what I came away with that knowing, and I agree with Greg.
What was that 30%? You mean the maggots who think she didn't say, yes, I'm a Marxist, or whatever.
The voters lost last night. The voters lost for several reasons. And this segment is about the legacy media. To me,
you are on the legacy media, you fucking asshole. Oh, my God. You're all on the legacy media. This is Fox. This fucking network's been around since the 80s. Shut up. You are legacy media. I don't want to hear it. You're talking on legacy media right now. You are making the point that you have standing to talk about this shit because you're on Fox, because you're on in the afternoon on Fox. You're on the 5. That very well means that we should listen to what you're saying because you are part of the legacy media. Shut the fuck up. That part drives me crazy. Stop acting like you're a fucking indie band, you assholes.
ABC didn't care about the truth. They were pushing libelous questions. The questions were like a push poll, like you call someone up allegedly trying to get, find out what people are thinking. But, isn't it true that the rooster killed the duck or whatever? And, Yeah,
it's great. Great example. Thanks. Yeah, it would help if you actually took one of the questions from the actual debate, which just happened and you have an entire staff, because you work for the legacy media, that could write them out for you.
The person said, yeah, of course it's true. And that they would actually go to Charlotte.
Oh, wait. Also, what was the push poll question again?
Isn't it true that the rooster killed the duck or whatever? And,
That's the push poll. That's her example of a push poll. Isn't it true that the rooster killed a duck? No. I didn't see a rooster or a dead duck, nor did I see... What is the answer? How confident are you that the rooster killed the duck? Very confident, sort of confident, mildly confident, not confident at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
The person said, yeah, of course it's true. And that they would actually go to Charlottesville and ask that question as though that hasn't already been debunked.
I don't think they did. I think she brought it up, stupid. Did you watch it? Or were you just fucking hammered?
And she never had to answer anything. And the major networks sanctioned these lies as if they were truths. And
by the way, the fuck you. The Charlottesville statement was true. It's worse if you listen. He's being a racist asshole. He just because he can dance around some things to try and soften the blow when he realizes he's fucked up does not mean he didn't mean what he said what he means. Get the fuck out of here.
And that is how the network and the legacy media put the final nail in the coffin. Donald Trump told us about fake news. Last night was the end of the legacy media. And if not at all. I don't know if you know this, but ABC had a broadcast today, and I will predict. ABC News will be doing reports about Black Friday come, the Christmas shopping season. I'm just going to throw that out there, that's going to happen, that they're going to exist, and you'll be doing stories about that. You're going to use stuff they've written. Yeah, there you go. If I were ever to do a debate again, I would not do it on the legacy media.
Why? Why? Are you that weak? I just got to say, if I was asked for a debate on any of these things, now this is different if you're running for president and you're managing these kind of things, or it's a high office or whatever. But on an individual level, if I was running for office, fucking Senate, mayor, governor, all that kind of stuff, and I had the time to do it, shit. Anywhere, anytime, dummy. That's what Trump said, right? Can't whine about it afterwards.
We were fooled by CNN. CNN just kind of sat there, but you know why? You know why it was level with CNN? Because CNN was complicit with the Dems. They wanted Joe Biden out. So it was a fair debate. This was, we got to take Kamala's side.
Oh, sorry. So Trump only won that one because CNN was trying to take out Joe Biden. And if they hadn't been trying to take out Joe Biden, Biden would still be in the race. Because he won that, so Trump. Wait, so Trump lost to Biden after all because it was fair.
We got to make like January 6th. Every time she lied, they would not fact check her. She says,
he did. By the way, one of the reasons why they didn't was because he rebutted those things. They didn't have to chime in. Like, for example, when he said they kill babies and they set them aside, Harris did not push back and say nobody is killing a baby after it's born. The moderators did. Because she didn't. In most of these situations, by the way, he didn't. Yeah, any pushback that occurred, that's been debunked. But he said that. So you can take him seriously or believe him. I don't know that if you believe what he's saying, you would believe the moderators or vice versa, right? But they didn't jump in on these things unless somebody else didn't. The thing is, quite frankly, Harris didn't push back on a lot of stuff because she was so busy selling her pitch, basically, because she's new and she has to introduce herself and all that kind of shit. That was what her focus was. Trump jumped on that shit. He was like, that's all a lie. That never happened. Debunked, and then moved on to something else. They didn't have to turn to her and go, he says that's a lie or whatever, that he didn't actually say that. And then spend fucking 2 minutes going, oh, because he tap danced around like, I don't support white supremacists, but then he tells the fucking Proud Boys to stand back and stand by instead of stand down. And we're supposed to think that's just a slip of the tongue. We're supposed to just, oh, what he meant was stand down. He said stand back and stand by, but he meant stand down. He's just fucking dumb. That's the argument. That's where the conversation has to go.
140 police officers were injured and some died on January 6th. What police officer died on January 6th? Ashley Babbitt died.
They died as a result of it.
Died on January 6th.
Yeah, Ashley Babbitt punched a guy in the face so she could be first through the door, or he'd have been shot and killed, and then she either would have also gotten shot because she's fucking insane and gone through after her and gotten killed too, or she'd be standing over the dead body of the dude she punched in the face. Ashley Babbitt had a knife in her bag. Try going to the Capitol or any building, try going through TSA with a fucking knife in your bag and fighting back if they don't. I don't recommend it. I'm just saying, I don't recommend it, Judge Janine.
And then they go on and on and on. And third term abortion, she wouldn't answer the question. They didn't push for an answer. And,
What's the question? Trump is for third term abortions. Janine, let me say this to you because you're no longer a judge. Ma'am. Hey, lady. Kaflagan. Anybody who's for an exception in abortion for the life of the mother is for, quote unquote, late term abortions. Because that's when the majority of the ones that have to be done to save the woman happen. Some of them happen earlier, but the vast majority of emergency abortions happen when it's going to kill the woman. Late in the pregnancy, 7th, 8th, and 9th month. Nobody's doing it elective. Nobody thinks it should be legal elective. Nobody that's anywhere near power. It's 340 million people in this country and billions worldwide. I'm sure there's some fucking nutcase who believes that you should have it's your child, you made it, so you can shoot it till it's 18. Whatever. It seems to be the right wing's feelings about kids in school, for example. If I want to let my kid be in a situation where their school gets shot up, they're my kid, so fuck it. Who cares? Right? If that's what you want to believe, that's fine. That's very rare, I would guess, though. Everybody else believes the Roe v. Wade rules, which is abortion by choice up to the point of viability, and then beyond that, only to save the mother. Pretty simple. The period of viability can be argued from a medical standpoint, from an ethical standpoint or religious standpoint. You are either life begins at conception or life begins at viability. Whatever that version is, most people are closer to the viability rule. That's the law, that's the rule, that's the circumstance. The reason they didn't ask more about it is because if you ask Trump about it, he's going to have to step on his own dick. And you guys know that the right wing is going to pack their shit and go, and he's going to lose 20% of his voter base, so he can't say anything. That's why he wouldn't answer the question. When he was asked about would you sign a nationwide abortion ban, he's like, you won't even need one. Believe me, pro-lifers need one. They're going to shoot for one. They want it.
I got to say one more thing. Who the hell do they think they are fact-checking? When David Muir says, well, I didn't get that, what was it, the impression on the whisker, won by a whisker? What was that term that he used?
I don't know. You're the one that's upset about it and thinks he's full of shit and he should have never said anything. Perhaps you should have it memorized or even remember it on a level where we think you actually comprehended what happened. Perhaps.
He said, I didn't interpret it that way. We're not asking you for your interpretation of what Donald...
That's what the premise of the question was. Trump's rebuttal was not that I didn't say that or I don't mean that or whatever, but he goes, I was being sarcastic. He wasn't being sarcastic. He was not. That's a lie. And Muir was basically defending his question because I watched it. I did not perceive that. So what he meant was, I didn't get that from you. Otherwise, I wouldn't ask the question. If it was obvious you were being sarcastic, which is your fucking lame-ass excuse for why you thought people should shove a light bulb up their ass and drink bleach to cure COVID, you were being sarcastic, which you obviously weren't. You obviously believe that there was light therapy and disinfectant in the lungs would be a way of treating COVID. And you were asking Deborah Birx about it while people are fucking dying by the thousands in the United States of America. And you're president and you're speaking at the podium. This wasn't like an off the cuff at a dinner party bullshit that you were speaking at the podium where you insisted on being the only person there. You told everybody to take a fucking powder. You had her sit over there and nod. And you're standing there at the podium going, maybe there's a very powerful light, or maybe there's a cleaning with a very powerful disinfectant where you can get in the lungs because it does a job in the lungs. And I think you said you're going to work on that. And then later on, he's like, I was being sarcastic. No, you fucking weren't. And if you were, what kind of a cruel motherfucker is sarcastic about shoving a light bulb up your ass and pouring bleach into your lungs to cure COVID when you're the dude in charge of the response? Fuck you.
Trump said. And finally, ABC News claimed that Trump was wrong when Trump said crime is going up. They said, no, crime is going down. They're wrong. They lied. And I'll tell you why. Because the FBI has made it clear that 30% of the police departments, including New York City and Los Angeles, did not respond to their request about crime. I have the stat right here.
ABC News debate host claim crime is down using incomplete data. This is Trump's thing. They didn't even ask about Chicago. This is bullshit. Chicago and Los Angeles are not reporting crime to the FBI. Garbage. And again, I don't know. That seems like a news article that she's citing, and she's got it very circled. So I noticed that she's done a lot of notes. So let's hey, chat room, come with me. Okay, let's see. ABC host. Sorry, what is it? Debate host claimed crime is down. Okay, there we go. ABC host claimed crime is down in complete data. All right. So ABC has claimed crime down using input. Okay, this is Washington Examiner. So this is the article. Let me find it. Okay, this would be this right here. ABC and she fucking wrote all this shit down. Hold on. Let me try this over here. And I got to bring this page down so we can squeeze it in here so we can all see what's actually on there. ABC News debate host claimed crime is down using incomplete data. How dare she? Former President Donald Trump claimed during the who pointed to data that is missing information. Trump lamented crimes committed by migrants living in the United States illegally during an exchange that followed questions about immigration. All over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up through the roof, despite their on the roof, I think he said, right, or to the roof, he said, despite their fraudulent statements that they made. Crime in this country is through the roof, and we've had a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's not okay. Mir, who is an ABC News anchor, interjected and pointed to a report the FBI that said violent crime is nationwide is down 15% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to 1 year ago. Trump, as you know, okay, blah, blah, blah. I shot back, excuse me, FBI, they were defrauding statements. Trump said they didn't include worst cities. Okay. Trump's remark was partially true. The FBI changed the way it gathered national crime data in 2021, temporarily upending its Uniform Crime Report program through which it releases quarterly statistics about crime in the USA. Okay, 2021, it is 2024. This initial result in some major U.S. police departments, including New York City and L.A., failing to comply with FBI's changed method. This meant that urban areas where crime is more prevalent were left out of the statistics. The FBI's first quarter data that this year is still in a preliminary state, and while many major cities are now included in that data, some still are not. Los Angeles, which saw an increase in violent crime in the first quarter of 2024, is among those jurisdictions still missing from it. Okay, so let's see what was the increase. LA Police Department. Statistics show increase in violent crimes and robberies compared to last year. This is March 28, 2024. Violent crime in Los Angeles is up 2.9% compared to March 2023. And robberies have increased by 9.5%. law enforcement officials said Tuesday. During Tuesday's Board of Police Commissioners meeting, interim Los Angeles Police Chief Dominic Choi reported on uptick in violent crimes with 73 homicides this year in Los Angeles, a city of 7 million people, compared to 57 at that point in 2023, an increase of 28.1%. Choi said robberies continue to plague as a crime problem. He also emphasized that property crime is down 4.6% compared to the same time last year. And Los Angeles continues to see about a 3.1% decline in Part 1 or major crimes. So overall, like murders are up in this statistic. Other ones are down and involving like assault and all that kind of shit. So in the mix of those things, crime's down 3.1% in major crimes. So there's been a downturn in 3.1%. Overall violent crime in Los Angeles down 3.1%. While overall violent crime robberies have risen so far this year, Choi reassured commissioners that homicides are down 6.4%, and victims who are shot are also down by 3 to 4% compared to 2022. Choi said, yeah, because it spiked last year and then it went back down and then it ebbs and flows, but we're down from the height of 2022 by a bunch. Choi said robberies with firearms are up 2.9%. Gang-related robberies are up 5.3%. Motor vehicle theft is up 6% compared to 2023. Chevys and Hyundais are still the most stolen vehicles, and the city's seen a 4.6 increase in e-bikes and scooters being stolen. Though there's an increase in robberies this year, Choi noted that gang-related robberies are down 25%, and robberies with firearms are down 35%. Do you think? So this is the article she's citing. This is what I just clicked over. The LA Police Department's full report that is cited in this article that Janine held up and had circled some shit. Now, I guess down further in this article, there will be the part that she circled and highlighted so that she could tell this bullshit apocryphal story. But do you think the other pages attached to it are just the printout being large, or do you think she clicked on this thing that I just clicked on and showed you where the actual fucking statistics she's talking about come from? Okay. A notice on the FBI's reporting dashboard reads that this year's first quarter data is based on data received from 13,719 of 19,268 law enforcement agencies in the country, meaning more than a quarter of law enforcement agencies are missing from the data. What's it like every year? Because our local, fucking podunk is the fucking Mayberry police officer calling the FBI and giving their shit? No. What's it year to year? Always. Do we always get 19,268 law enforcement agencies? Do we? Is it down? Is that percentage down? Or is it up? All right. If it's up, that means the percentage of crimes reported would be up too, because if there was 12,000 reporting sites and you add, you get it. Okay. Meaning more than a quarter of them are missing. Zach Smith, senior legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, this is probably the part she had, God damn it, said national and even state level crime statistics cannot provide a full picture because crime is such a hyper-localized phenomenon. So we can just make, well, how about this, asshole? Maybe it's so hyper-localized that the murders that happen are none of our fucking business. Maybe people killing themselves or killing each other, in fights or whatever is not indicative of the overall society. And if they didn't have a gun, they'd have a knife. And if they didn't have a knife, they'd have a bat. And if they didn't have a bat, they'd have a crowbar. And if they didn't have that, they'd have a car and they could run them over. And none of that has to do with anything about the city. You can't say anything about Los Angeles based on 78 murders in a city of 7 million people. Maybe that. How about that? If it's so hyper fucking localized, maybe it's just down to localized to the actual people doing it, and the rest of us are just fine, right? This is an asinine argument. Debates about crime statistics, he said, can also become wonky because of all the variables involved in data collection. FBI made it much more difficult and time intensive for local police departments to report their statistics to the FBI. You mean they have to be true? They can't just generalize? Bunch of brown people breaking in cars. Mail that in. He added that many jurisdictions, including some of the biggest jurisdictions, either did not report or are severely delayed in reporting. then go look at the corrected statistics from 2021. Did they tell you what the truth was? Are they delayed because it takes them longer? Because they process some of these things? Because sometimes in a city that's huge, you have murders that turn out to be suicides or accidents? And vice versa? You have suicides and accidents that turned out to be murder later? Rather than update it, they wait until they've actually like put a pin in all the fucking things? Good Lord. That's it. That's the tail end. This is the part, I guess, it's still, okay. Smith also noted that even if violent crime ticked down this year, it's still going to be significantly higher than it was 4 to 5 years ago. Well, 4 to 5 years ago at this point, asshole, was during COVID. And also, what, we're supposed to trust the FBI and the city numbers when Trump is president and Democrats run these cities then? We think they're going to tell him the truth and show that they're, and draw his attention? Just lazy. God damn, this is dumb. Okay, back to where we were. Yeah, so that's what she had down at the bottom. It's like, it's wonky.
So they pushed lies. They defamed the president.
No, you did. You're lying. You're lying about the content of that article. And according to that, depending on which part you're talking about, overall violent crime in Los Angeles is down 3.9% year over year. And it was down last year from the year before. And if you include a city as big as Los Angeles and its overall violent crime is down 3.9%, then that's a bigger impact than some fucking podunk city where violent crime is down 50%. Because 2 people got murdered and this year 1 person got murdered.
To push Kamala, who answered no question and was the queen of theatrics.
Go, Jesse.
The queen of theatrics. So what was Trump the king of? Chocolate swirly? Just getting his king of wedgies?
Go.
Run, spot, run.
My favorite line. That was my favorite line of the night.
That was one of mine.
My favorite line of the night was he got fired by 81 million people.
First laugh. It might have been the only laugh.
I like the other one. Abdul. I said, Abdul, if there's a problem.
Why is that? All he did was bring up the fact that he made a deal with the fucking Taliban and he released 5,000 Taliban fighters before we left. Before we started pulling people out. I know Trump likes to make a lot of noise about why would you take out the troops first? Why would you take out the army first? Why would you release the fucking criminals first? Why would you release 5,000 fucking terrorists before we start withdrawing? Why? What kind of a fucking moron does that?
Pictures of his house to him.
Yeah. All right, so Trump wasn't.
By the way, that whole why do you show me a picture of my house? He forgets to add the part where why do you show me a picture of my house? I'm not in it because I'm going to kill your wife and kids. I'm going to murder your family. That's why. Classy dude.
Perfect, but Kamala didn't take advantage of it. Trump was emotional, he was undisciplined, but he still delivered powerful messages on the core issues that voters care about.
Yeah, dogs getting eaten by Haitians. His crowd size is big, and he's not boring.
Kamala Harris was very well prepared. She was very composed, but at the end of the...
Like you would want a president to be in a high-stakes situation. Right? Isn't that in and of itself indicative of how capable she is to do the job? She showed up prepared, ready. She controlled the narrative. And over the course of the time that she was there, she pantsed this motherfucker several times, triggered him, and made him flip out. She had complete control over him.
Debate, the voters had no idea what her policies are.
$25,000 to first-time home buyers. Renewing the child tax credit and making it $6,000 for the first year to help new parents deal with that. Increased support for unions and alignment of the Biden philosophy about this stuff, about bottom up and middle out being the opportunity economy. I mean, do you want me to go on? I mean, she would codify Roe v. Wade into law. That's a policy. Using those original rules, which I explained quite well early on. What am I missing?
So her whole strategy was to distract by mocking Donald Trump. So
yeah, but that's, I mean, he made it easy. You know, he should have made her work for it. And also, is he stoned or drunk? There's a lot of red eye going on. He looks like Greg Kelly after a cry.
She didn't have to talk about her record or her policies.
She talked about her record and her policies. She did. I covered the whole fucking thing. Live. I didn't play clips. I started from the top and did the whole thing. I was up till like 1 o'clock in the morning. Did the whole goddamn thing, Jesse. Don't be a wuss. Go back and watch it. Watch the whole thing again. Don't watch it once and just draw your fucking conclusions. Watch it again. Then watch it again. And then repeat what you just said.
She wasted a huge moment to be able to tell 67 million people what she stands for. All she...
Again, do we have to go back through it?
did was say, don't vote for Trump. And
no, she specifically made a point of she wants to build on an opportunity economy. She gave specific examples of how she would help people financially during these times. They would also focus on bringing the cost of living down. Part of that is by lowering the cost of housing, which is the outlier in all of it.
Said a vote for me.
Building 3 million houses by the end of her first term, I think, was one of the things. Removing regulations so that it's easier to build houses. Did they not hear this? Honestly. She didn't even it's not even that she just went, go to KamalaHarris.com and read the fucking fact sheet. She said it.
The media loved it because they just like watching Trump.
You are the media, dumbass. Oh my God, this is fucking aggravating. You are the media. You're on Fox News. This is like, dude, there are 60 people working in the building in front of you. In the studio, in the booth, and in the newsroom. You have makeup people. You have fucking camera operators. You have sound guys. Good. You have interns. The whole fucking building is full of people. You are big media. You are the media, dum-dum. You guys claim you're number one. If you're number one, you're not the underdog. Shut the fuck up. You are a big media organization trying to spin reality to fit a narrative that is beneficial to your corporate handlers. How's that sound? Because that's exactly what's going on. Fuck me. This asshole acting like he's like they're doing Wayne's World.
Trump get teased. But if you're an undecided voter, how did Kamala Harris explain what she's going to do to help you get a house or help you secure the border?
$25,000 for first-time home buyers, building 3 million more houses so that there's more supply, therefore lowering the cost. And then the border bill, she said she would sign it. Everything that's in the border bill that Trump killed, she will sign it. And that's what she said. Dude, if she didn't say it, I'd be stuck right now. Like, and I feel like I'm letting her down because I know she said other shit too.
She didn't do it. Trump missed a huge...
You're an idiot. Yes, she did. $25,000 for first-time home buyers, 3 million more homes but in her first term, lowering the regulations about home building to increase the amount of supply, and then she would sign the border bill. Fuck you. Like that...
Huge opportunity to define her. He said it a few times, but he could have been a lot more precise.
No, he couldn't. Since when? How could Trump be more precise? You really think Donald Trump is capable of being more precise? Really? You think he's got that tool in the toolbox? That he could have nailed it, but he just missed. It was a missed opportunity. No, he's incapable. He's a fucking blather machine. And again, look, for all these people who are saying like, oh, he's a master manipulator of the media and he's so smart and all this kind of stuff. Everybody who says that sounds like a dude who lost their rent playing 3-card money on the fucking L. I don't want to hear it. He's not smart. You're a sucker. He's not sharp and aware of the issues. You're a fucking dumbass. You don't understand the issues. He is the Dunning-Kruger candidate. Other than that, I have no opinion. You're watching House Sparks Mega Worldwide, by the way, and I think that's awesome for all of us.
And beat that drum harder. He did tire to Biden. My favorite line was, what are you talking about? Go to D.C., wake Joe up at 4 in the afternoon, get him to close the border.
Hey, dummy, when he said that, it was 9 o'clock at night. You're on the East Coast. It's the same time in D.C. It's not 4 o'clock. Like, that means Trump thought it was 4 in the afternoon. He goes, let's leave right now and go there and wake him up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was 9 o'clock at night. Donald Trump thought it's dark outside at 4. I don't know what the fuck, where that came from. He was just so committed to being insulting that he didn't realize it makes him look like he doesn't know what fucking time it is.
Yep. That's all he needed to do. And
well, then he couldn't do it. If that's all he needed to do, don't hold your breath, asshole. That's like saying all he needed to do was do a no-look pass to himself and then dunk the ball. Right. Sorry. Just like saying, hold on. Tell us all he had to do again. Say all he has to do. Tell us again, you dumb motherfucker. What's all he has to do? Say all he has to do. All he had to do. All he had to do. All he had to do, apparently, Jesse Waters, was not be Donald Trump. If he could only pull that off, he'd have fucking nailed it.
My favorite line was, what are you talking about? Go to D.C., wake Joe up at 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, go to D.C. at 9 o'clock at night. By the time we get there, it'll be 11, and I'll think it's 4, because I'm a fucking old fart.
Get him to close the border.
Yep.
That's all he needed to do.
Also, if that's all he needed to do, why would they need the border bill? Well, that's exactly it. And you could close the border bill. You could fucking close it. You could. You know how you do it? You declare a healthcare emergency like a pandemic, and then everybody has to shut down fucking everything. So Jesse Waters' solution is bring back COVID. Brilliant. All he had to do.
And the signature moments that you see on the internet after this, she didn't have any. She didn't have any.
Except the new meme where she's looking at him like he's fucking stupid that everybody is using as the I'm looking at you like you're fucking stupid now meme. She printed a fucking meme, dum-dum. Meanwhile, Trump was making butthole mouth.
Trump had them all. And that's what's going to reverse.
He had them all? What? Name one. What do you have? What do you have? Say all he had to do again.
Reverberate. She whiffed at the first question. And then just temperamentally, I found her evasive.
Evasive. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Jesse Waters' opinion about a woman, any woman, is at best useless and unwelcome, and at worst bordering on as gross as Jeffrey Epstein and Trump laughing at each other's jokes. Fuck off.
Found her unlikable.
Right. And coming from you, Jesse, literally someone with no friends. Jesse Waters, just like his hero Donald Trump, has zero friends. There is no one that Jesse Waters isn't related to that he could call in a time of need. And it's only because his mother's a fucking Democrat that you would pick up the fucking phone. But on a personal level, there's no one at his work. There's no one that that works on his show or that's a co-host on something with him. There are none of the other co-hosts at the network that if he was having a difficult day or an emotional moment or had something happen to him in his life, that he could call them and they'd actually give a fuck. Not one. Jesse Waters has no friends. And the funny thing is, he and Greg Kelly have so much in common. Because Greg Kelly doesn't have any friends either. He's a miserable fuck too. But the irony is that their individual problems don't cancel each other out if they got together. If they couldn't be friends because neither of them in their brutal, angry loneliness could stand the other. They would just be sitting there drinking, staring at each other, waiting for the other person to finish talking so they could say their piece. That's who they are. So do you think anybody needs a lecture from Jesse Waters on being likable? What the fuck?
Preachy?
We're just getting into the area where he gets into what he doesn't like about women in general when they talking.
And instinctually, I don't know that's going to play with men because men.
Look, right there. Right. Fuck it. I didn't even. There it is. That's it. This is like, as a man, I don't know. Maybe it can't be because I'm fundamentally an asshole and I have terrible, I have no ethics and no social skills and I'm a prick and I myself are unlikable. It's that as a man, these feelings that I'm having about this woman saying what she wants to say, are what every man must feel. We don't, you dumb motherfucker. We don't. Especially if, I would argue, you're a real man. A real man is not intimidated by a strong woman. Why would I be? That's the great thing about equality, is I can talk to a woman as an equal because I really think she is. I don't have to twist myself into fucking pretzels pretending that to be that way because HR's staring at me. Like you do. And how you project on everybody else that, oh man, fuck, if I could get away with it, these bitches, like, that's what he thinks. And so he thinks everybody else must be as big an asshole as he is. Fucking Stretch Ben Shapiro over here, the evil ghost of Ross, thinks he's having man thoughts. You're not. Jesse, you're not having man thoughts. Man thoughts are stronger than that. Man thoughts have depth. You are a reactionary, petulant boy. You're a fucking boy. Boy. Jesus. I speak for... Get the fuck out of here.
Are predominantly the undecided voters.
What I loved about...
Yeah, Greg. Something he said, it never occurred to me. It's not true, but I'll pretend it is.
Today was that they all got together at 9/11 and only in America can you have a big knockdown, drag out fight the night before and then get together and do the remembrance and honoring of those victims today. And in America does that best.
Click here.
Well, look at that. The fact that Harris shook hands with them both there and at the 9/11 memorial, and that Bloomberg put that together. It wasn't because Trump reached out. He was too much of a whingy little bitch at that, at that gathering to do that. It was literally Bloomberg that made. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Let's see. I'll find the. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube. Get back in here. Every time I pump it auto defaults to YouTube on when I type in YouTube on my search bar on here. It automatically goes back to one of the Trump trial days. I don't know why it automatically it autofills that day where he came out and was talking from his little fucking petting zoo that we covered back then, and it just goes back to it. So let's see. Memorial, Trump, Harris, Bloomberg, I guess. We'll do all that. Biden was there too. Okay. Yeah, let's see if this. So here's, I'll turn off the audio on this until we get to something. So many fucking Secret Service at this thing. But here's Biden meeting everybody, saying hi. He sees, it's like gets people low. He sees Schumer. A little quick hello. There's Harris right behind him. He's moving around. It goes over to there's Mayor Bloomberg, former Mayor Bloomberg, former candidate, whatever. There's Schumer saying hi to Harris. Yeah. And you could tell, by the way, can I just say, I like Schumer. I don't love Schumer. I'm fine with him, whatever. But he's okay. There's nothing wrong with him, just whatever. But you could tell that Biden over time is like, okay. Because of how Schumer kind of, I don't know, it seems a little pushier and kind of awkward compared to other people. And you can tell that Harris now has a similar kind of like, I don't dislike you, but this is not, I don't have time for this shit. Rudy's on the other end. So he's like trying to connect with her. She's like, okay, real cool. Cool story, bro. I got to do this and then we'll do this, right? So there's Trump and Vance, and I think that's Rudy back there. And here's where Bloomberg does it. So Bloomberg, bless his heart, comes over and initiates the handshake, which I'm guessing they had cleared with her beforehand. But it's interesting. And look, Trump is watching. Trump is looking. Like, will she notice me? She's busy talking to Schumer. There's this weird godly light on Schumer's head, which looks like he was singled out in the video, but it's really just because it's just light coming through the clouds or wherever they're standing. And there's Vance. How tall is Vance? He's the same height as Trump. So here we go. You tap over. And Biden's just ignoring him. Biden has nothing. He's got nothing to gain talking to Trump or anything, and no reason to. So he's just like, okay. He's just locked in. And he does that. Trump does this thing. He tries to do his little fucking weird power move, that hand yank shit that he did with Macron. Watch. See that? Did you see that yank like that? It's fucking gross. Like when he does it with women, it's fucking gross. When he does it with dudes, it's like, bitch, what are you doing? Like, okay, there's a thing. I'm going to teach everybody something. Can I teach everybody something? Okay. Please don't use this for evil. Okay, hold on. On your hands, the base of your nail bed right there, right at the edge, right where the skin starts, where the cuticle is and that kind of stuff, on every finger. You can test this on yourself right now. I would recommend doing it on the pinky right there, is if you take your fingernail and you just push down on that spot. It works on every finger. It works on thumbs pretty well as well. But most people, the most sensitive one is the index finger, the ring finger, and the pinky. Pinkies are really the good ones. That if you're ever wrestling a gun or a knife or something away from someone and you can't get away from them, one of the best ways you can do it is you're both holding onto this thing. Is you can just get any of your nails. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be even that hard. If you can get a fingernail, you're starting to feel it? Okay. Some people are trying it on themselves right now. Be careful. But if you're wrestling something away from somebody and whatever, and you can get your thumbnail in there and you're boom, you just push on it, right? Just push in on it. A lot of times that hurts so much and it doesn't really hurt them. It's not that damaging. It's just very little pressure and it's super painful, right? And if you're not feeling it, you just have to go higher up on the nail, right? It really does hurt, okay? If anybody's ever shaking your hand like that and they're doing that shit where you're doing that and they won't let go of your hand, one of the ways you can do it is just move your finger around lightly, and then if you can kind of softly find that spot, just give it a big little pinch right there, and their hand will open up. They'll go, oh yeah, right? I'm just saying. And I gotta say, if somebody fucking is doing that hand yank on you, the immediate follow up is find that little point and whoop. So it's just fucking aggravating. He's such an asshole. Again, only use that for good. And, yeah, just saying. There he is. And so she's like, hello. All right. Good for you. if I can jerk off. And I know she's like, that motherfucker just yanked my hand. I guarantee that's a story afterwards. This fucking weirdo does this odd, like, pull, like, it's so weird. And he does it on purpose. He learned it someplace. It, like, puts people off their guard. And it didn't work on one of the guys at the NATO summit or whatever, G20, at the G20. Remember the guy he smacked on the shoulder as he walked through, which he was just punishing for not being nice to Putin? He had tried that handshake shit with that guy earlier, and it didn't work. Your pinky still hurts. I'm sorry. You got. Hey, you did it to yourself. Just say it. Be careful. So, yeah, it wasn't Macron. Macron's the one who like totally owns him on it, right? But that's the that whole like that. The reason he did it to that guy is because when they were all shaking hands earlier, that guy didn't fall for it or squeezed him a little too hard. Didn't let him do it, because you can see when somebody's doing that shit when they're working their way around the room and you're like, here comes this motherfucker. It's like one of these assholes who licks his finger before he shakes hands with you. And then they all do the moment of silence. Biden, by the way, is holding, I believe, his sunglasses during this part. Yeah, these are his sunglasses. Yeah. And some of them are waving or whatever. Nobody's looking at him. He keeps Trump keeps checking to see if they're paying attention to him. And there are some people who are yelling at her, and he's really mad. Some people, because they're yelling at her, yell at him and go, "Love you, Trump," or whatever, and that became news. But it made him very angry. You could look at him. The people are like going, "Harris, Harris, Harris, Harris," like that. The photographers are doing it because they want pictures of her, and that's what paparazzi do. And Trump is like stone-faced. He's so fucking pissed. Nah. Yeah, and he's like, yeah, thank you. Okay. And over on the Democratic side, everybody's just talking and hanging out. And Bloomberg's like, Jesus, what's that smell? Trump's just finally, the whole time. Poor Bloomberg. Yeah, so they end up standing here, and then they all they're like waving around, and then there's some chit chat, and he keeps trying to chat up fucking Bloomberg, and then they don't. Okay, and then they don't actually show, I don't think, the picture of them at the moment of silence or whatever, where Trump's looking up at the building, going, "Hey, I still got the strongest, the tallest building or whatever." After post 9/11 down here, anyways. So I went way over. So sorry, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate it. I know Thursday starts late anyways, and sometimes it goes late because of it. But hit that like, subscribe, share the show. It really does help. And I want to thank all the trolls who are with us tonight. I know you must feel angry and impotent, because you are. But I want you to know that if you ever come around to being a normal person again and don't, I guess, feel committed to this flat earth bullshit you've been, living this dome of idiocy, you can eventually, work your way back. We're fine. We're fine. Everybody's fine. As long as you can behave yourself, it's okay. Also, tomorrow, for Friday AI, lots to talk about. Huge moves forward in AI. And I also, for the first hour, I have to start an hour late, just to warn everybody. I have to start an hour late because I'm going to do Dino Badala's show, and we tape it because the East Coast, I think, noon their time. So I've got to do that, and then I'll pop on. So my show will be a little bit later. Cool? Cool. So sorry about that, Andrea, if it monkeys with anything. And hopefully Rob can do 10 to 11 my time. I know he's got stuff to do sometimes, so I don't want to eat into it and assume. But that's tomorrow. Okay. So anyways, much love, and I will see you later. And take care of yourselves, and take care of somebody else. And all right. Let's do that. Come on. Come on, everybody. Hit that like on your way out. God damn it. Come on. You can do it. Come on out in space with me. We're out here. I'm being probed as I speak. Easy there. Trim your nails, E.T. Ouch is right.